Right, welcome to the Perl Scripting Prac. In order to do this prac, you have to have the program Discovery Studio Visualizer to do the prac. Discovery Studio Visualizer is a free piece of software and it's really useful when it comes to molecular modeling. And the graphics it produces are very good. They're professional quality. We don't use the paid version of BioVar Discovery Studio. There is a paid version that has a whole lot more functionality than what you get with the free version, but still the free version is incredibly powerful. Now, in this prac, to be able to start, we need to access the File Explorer, and on the left you'll see there's only a Tools Explorer. You might have a Files Explorer already, but if you don't, we need to make it visible. And the way you make the File Explorer visible is you go to the View menu and you go to Explorers and you just tick to make sure that the File Explorer is visible, which means that on the left hand side you have the Tools Explorer, but you also have the Files Explorer, which is important to us because our starting point is one of the samples that they have, and I really encourage you to look at all of the samples they've got because it'll give you an idea of the kind of visualizations that Discovery Studio can provide for you. But if you click on the plus next to samples, then you'll start to see what's available to it. And I'm interested in what happens in the scripts folder, and the script I'm really interested in is this create a theme script. If you double click on the create a theme, it's not useful to us. We end up seeing a picture of a theme, but it doesn't show us how that theme was created. So I'm going to close that molecule without saving changes, and go back to create a theme. And you have to right click the other click. You right click to get the menu, and then don't open by running, but you open with the script menu. So if you right click, open with script menu, you'll see that a script appears on the right, and that's a script that was used to prepare that picture of a theme. We can proceed with that script to make that script do all its work by simply right clicking in anywhere in this region over here. So anywhere in here, if you right click anywhere and you go run, then it will use the script to create a theme, which you see over there. Right, but before you even start, if you've got the create a theme, just normal click anywhere in that and go File, Save As, and give it a new place. Maybe in your home directory you can give it a new name. I'm going to call this myscript.pl, and just make sure it's got the .pl at the end so that it knows that it is a script. Right, so now to start, we're going to be making changes to the script to make it do more than just create an ethene molecule. So we know how to make it run, but it's interesting to have a look what's exactly inside it. So you can resize the window to be able to see, and there's a whole lot at the top. Anything in blue is ignored. It's not really part of the script, it's just to make it easier to read. But if you go down, you'll see that it starts off by creating a document. My document is created, and then a molecule is created within that document, and then an atom is created within a molecule, and another atom is created within the molecule, and then a bond is created in the document that binds one of those atoms to the other with a double bond. Then hydrogen atoms are added to it, it's cleaned, and then a bond length is recorded. So when you run it, it does all of that, and you see printed in the output that the length of a C double bond C bond is 1.3311 angstroms. Now, in the past, I got people to copy and paste pictures into a document and get them to print, but of course if you copy this picture, if you copy it into a document and you print it, you'll see it'll use a whole lot of ink to print that background. So the first task really is, can we change the script to make the background white? And so you'll see that I've mentioned in the manual that what you have to do is somehow at the end of the script you have to type in those words. There's a $document, and there's a minus sign and then a greater than, and then you do background color is equal to discovery script double colon color double colon create, and then you've got 255 255 255, and right at the end has to be a semicolon as well. Okay, so if I make that bigger, you'll see the first task is to add that in, and then you can then right click and run it, and you'll see the background is changed appropriately. I'm going to close those for a moment, but I just want to show you why I'm doing this. One of the big problems with scripting is if you misspell something, or if you have something with an incorrect case. So you might have typed this in with a small c for color, for example, which means that it won't work, and when you try to run it you'll see that it doesn't change the background to white, and you get an error in this output: error, unknown property assignment background color, because it doesn't know how to deal with background small c for color. To get this to work without errors, we're going to have background color as a capital C. Okay, so your first task in this is to be able to change the script, access the script, save it as your own script type, and be able to type in exactly the background color, this discovery script, exactly from the manual, with all the punctuation and all the capitalization that's appropriate for it, to be able to get a picture that looks like this. You might not be happy with the theme that's drawn there. You might want to make it a little bit more visible, for example, and you can do that by right clicking. If you right click in the window there, you can change, there's you can change it to maybe ball and stick or scale ball and stick, for example. When you go back you'll see it's maybe represented slightly in a slightly nicer manner. There are many ways that you can do it. There's no right way to visualize it. You need to visualize it in a way that is comfortable for you, a way that you're happy with. If you have a mouse on the computer you're working with, you can roll the middle mouse button to make the molecule smaller or bigger, and if you right click and drag, so if you right click and drag you can rotate and view what the theme looks like. Finally, you need something to hand in, so what you can do is you can either select all of your script and go edit copy, and you can paste it into a Word document. If you feel that's best what shows me what you did in the first task. Alternatively, you can right click in here in the window here, and you can copy, and if you want to paste a picture in your Word document you can do so if you feel that the picture shows me best that you succeeded in the first task.